So you clicked on this video because you want to know the 5 worst things about living in Braselton. And I love Braselton so much that the town actually asked me to be in their commercial. I'll link it down below so you can watch me play the local hype girl. And since you're here, don't forget to like this video and subscribe if you want more insider takes on living in and around North Metro Atlanta. So let's start with downtown Braselton. If you're picturing something like Avalon and Alpharetta, or like the super polished square in Roswell, you might be disappointed. Downtown Braselton is tiny. You can walk it in under 10 minutes. There are a few restaurants, there's a bakery, some boutiques, and then you've seen it all. But here's the flip side. It is small, but it is authentic. The town has kept its history intact and it feels very charming instead of overdeveloped. They host frequent outdoor festivals and food markets and movie nights and concerts right in that little square. It has this kind of Hallmark movie vibe that makes it really special. You will not find endless shopping, but you will find a community feel. And honestly, I think a lot of us prefer that. Next up is traffic. And I know what you're probably thinking. How bad can traffic really be in a small town an hour north of Atlanta? The answer is surprisingly bad. Because of Interstate 85 and the fact that Braselton straddles 4 different counties, the roads get congested faster than you'd expect. Try getting off the interstate at the Chateau Lawn exit at rush hour. You might as well pack a snack because you're going to be there for a while. But the very reason that traffic is so bad is exactly why Braselton is booming. The town's location is just too good. You are close to Lake Lanier and Chateau Lawn and the Mall of Georgia, and you can get to both Atlanta and Athens without much trouble. The issue is that the roads weren't originally built to handle this much growth, so now they're playing catch up. A few roundabouts have been added near Chateau Lawn, which does help, but bigger projects like the expansion of Highway 211 are still in progress. So yes, families are moving here, businesses are opening, and all of that new construction brings traffic headaches. But it also means the community is getting better, more infrastructure, more job opportunities, and more amenities than ever before. Which brings us to number 3, growth. Braselton is in that stage where it feels like every time you drive down a road, another new neighborhood has popped up. Warehouses are going in more often than I'd prefer. Shopping centers are being built all over, and if you lived here 10 years ago, I bet you probably wouldn't even recognize certain areas today. Some people actually leave Gwinnett County for Jackson County thinking that it'll be a slower pace of life and help them escape all of that growth. But the truth is, if that's really what you're after, peace and quiet and untouched land, you need to head up further north. Braselton isn't in the middle of nowhere anymore. And that's exactly why so many people want to live here. Now, I get that can feel like it's losing some of its small town vibe. But from a homeowner's perspective, growth is your best friend. It means rising property values, new schools, new healthcare options, and better community resources. It's also what attracts those cute little businesses that people always say that they wish they had in Braselton. It's growing fast, but it's growing because people love it here. Number 4, Braselton's not as boutique-y as you might hope. If you're imagining a southern town with charming storefronts and trendy coffee shops on every corner and rows of unique little boutiques, Braselton might feel like it's coming up short. There are a handful of local gyms, but it's not like Roswell or Duluth where you can spend an entire Saturday just walking shop to shop. But here's what makes Braselton interesting. You get this really practical balance. While the shopping scene isn't quite overflowing, you do have big anchors like Chateau Lawn's Winery and Resort, plus the Braselton Life Path that connects you to restaurants and coffee shops and stores all by golf cart. There's something really fun about grabbing dinner and then hopping on your golf cart, and instead of dealing with parking decks and traffic lights. And slowly you can feel that boutique vibe starting to build. Local entrepreneurs are opening coffee shops and bakeries, and family-owned restaurants, and they're starting to get traction. So while it might not be a polished, ready-made boutique district right now, it is exciting to watch it evolve. You're not just moving into a place that's already fully established. You're part of shaping what it becomes. Let me tell you a funny story that kind of sums up what living here in Braselton may feel like. One night for my birthday, this was a few years ago, my husband and I decided to go to Cotton Calf, which is a really nice steakhouse in downtown Braselton. And of course the dinner was wonderful. Everything was great. But when it was time to go home, this was around 9 or 9:30, we figured we would just grab an Uber. Easy, right? We tried Uber and nothing. We tried Lyft, nothing. It took 45 minutes for our ride request to be picked up. Like, we were starting to panic. That is small town living for you. Sometimes you can get a quality steakhouse dinner, but not the big city convenience of instantly getting a ride home. We laughed about it, but now we know better. Do not Uber in Braselton at night. And finally, fast food. I swear that Braselton can build a McDonald's faster than anything else. Chick-fil-A, Taco Bell, Zaxby's, they seem to appear overnight and at every corner. And if you're hoping for a super unique food scene like me, that can feel a little bit like a letdown. But honestly, for busy families, having the quick food options nearby is a lifesaver. And as the area grows, we are starting to see more locally owned gyms pop up too. It's not gonna happen overnight, but Braselton's food scene is slowly catching up to the demand. The chains come first, but the cute coffee shops and restaurants, they're starting to follow too. There is a new development in Braselton I have my eye on. It's called Arcadia 347. There's 107 acres between the Braselton campus of Northeast Georgia Medical Center and Chateau Alon, and it's expected to be a mixture of townhomes, single-family homes, and businesses. And it's been compared to Alpharetta's Avalon and Forsyth County's Halcyon. When will it be complete? I honestly don't know. It's taking way longer than I had hoped. I haven't seen any progress over there in a few months actually, but I'm gonna keep believing that they're gonna build some really cool places there because I love Braselton and you should too. So there you have it. These are the 5 worst things about living in Braselton. Small downtown, traffic headaches, constant growth, not enough boutiques, and way too much fast food. But as you can tell, none of those are deal breakers. They're just growing pains of a town that's becoming more and more popular every year. If you found this video helpful, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, and stick around because I share all kinds of content about living in the Atlanta suburbs. Neighborhood tours and insider stories and everything you need to know if you're thinking about moving to North Metro Atlanta. You can schedule a call with me. The link to my calendar is in the caption below. I also have a very helpful download that walks you through different suburbs around North Metro Atlanta. Grab a copy of that. It's also in the caption below. Thanks for hanging out with me today, and I'll see you in the next video.